Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Sai Ba'ashem, Bakah Kadash, double honor to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Citation no Yakim. Pushing this word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson on how the Middle East, Dubai. You know, Dubai was once a luxury, like Apostle Tahar said, man. It was the Las Vegas of the Middle East, so-called Middle East, right? It was like Las Vegas over there. You get whatever you want, man. You get, you know, high class living, high class food, top dollar harlots, fast cars, fast food, fast woman, fast transportation, hotels. You got water there. Anywhere that's by the water is going to be an attraction, right? It's Dubai. They used to call it Dubai, man. Some of your favorite, if not some, but damn near all of your favorite influencers were there at one point or another, right? As he knew this broad at the gym. Like, she's like, over the hill now, but I remember her in her prime, like 10 years ago when she was young. She was in her early 20s then. And, in her prime, she was like that. I ain't gonna lie. She about like 5'8", 5'9". She tall. Got the little slim, thick build, gym rat. Northern tribe. Got a nice bubble on her, Gorgeous face. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she was on it. And I remember I seen on her social media page. She gave me a couple little choosing hints, but I never, jumped on it. I'm like, man, fuck this bitch. I already know what she's about. Then, I find out later she's into witchcraft. But which all these women in Babylon that ain't right are in witchcraft one way or another. But yeah, she used to take trips to Dubai. And when she was in Dubai, who knows what went down? We know, you got lewd acts that goes down in Dubai, all right? And you got people stuck there like this guy, Kunal Tran from England. He was in Dubai for a work trip and, he heard loud explosions and found out his flight was canceled. And he's paying about $700, man, a night just for a hotel, man. A hotel that probably normally costs like no more than $200. And this is him, a damn sodomite, right? Him and his lover, all right? So this could be AI, all right? Or a heavy filter that the sodomites love filters. So one thing that's been going on in Dubai is the emergency alerts. They've been going on like boop, boop, boop. You've been hearing them just going off over and over and over, and that's what's coming to America. Report to your nearest shelter. They ain't gonna call it a FEMA camp. They ain't gonna call it an internment camp. They're gonna say report to your nearest shelter. And we gonna see. Scriptures say, will the Lord find faith on the earth when he comes back, roughly paraphrased. Because it will be faith, but it's gonna be minimal. It's only gonna be members of the elect, man. That's gonna have faith in the times we living in, because the hour of temptation is right around the corner, right? Like there was this other video with Eve and some nigga. They were in a parking deck, man, as a shelter or gathering place, man. You got places that normally would be for commercial purposes, right? Like you think of a parking deck, parking garage, that's commercial. But now it's being turned into a I say residation. Well, it's pretty much a reservation now, but a residential community, man. And what's going to happen here to America, man? It's going to make this Dubai situation look like a walk in the park, man. So he said, fortunately, they have the funds to continue paying for their hotel room. Yeah, they got the funds. They was living the Western dream. They're not in America, but they was living the Western dream. Making well over 6 figures a year. Got assets, investments. Enough savings to cover them for like a whole year. These heathens, they got savings to last them a good year, right? In the current system as we know today. But Jake lucky to have savings to last him a week, man. Because most of us live day to day, man. But the Lord's going to provide for us when these tiresome times hit America. So $670 a night for the hotel. Then a meal tonight, just mains and water. Because main is like the main entree or whatever they call it. Came about $120, man. So, hey, man, the scriptures that goes in on that, man. You clearly tell by his eyes he ain't right. So that's what's coming to America, especially once the gas surge hits. All right. Now you see, this how you know the famine of the words about to hit, because people on social media are going into the P-file allegations on Trump, which is not an allegation. It's some truth behind it, man, because they all into that type of lifestyle. Anything vile Esau's into, man. The ruler and the wicked ass people, man. All right. So somebody said the Dubai government is covering all the costs of hotel stays until flights resume. So, yeah, but let's say this war drags on, which it will. But let's say these strikes drag on. Let's say the airport is hit. How people gonna fly out, man? You gotta go to the next country? I'm not sure how Dubai is set up. If it's has a bordering country, I'm sure it has a bordering. They gotta go to the next country to fly out, man. So, yeah, Esau is a warmonger, man. He's a whole race of warmongers, not just Trump. So shit's getting ready to hit the fan, man. Here in America. All right, so, oh yeah, let me play this video too while I'm here. Slovakia.
Mare, alam mo si ako yung piniplay niya, si Marabi. Kasi sabi niya kanina kay Marabi, 1/4 pa lang daw.
Damn.
Alam mo Mare, alam mo si Anggang, hindi ako yung piniplay niya, si Marabi. Kasi sabi niya kanina kay Marabi, 1/4 pa lang daw. Alam mo Mare, alam mo si Anggang.
It's the spirit because it's 144 shares, man. And you got these Jakes on Instagram, man. Thinking everything's a joke. And this nigga said, this is how we say come on. Hey, you see niggas thinking that it ain't me, so fuck them. You know, ain't my life. Ain't what I gotta deal with. So that's a mindset of a nigga. But real soon it's gonna be knocking at your door too, buddy. So let me get some precept. Second Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they are walked in great pride. So many great miseries is coming to America, not just, you know, every industry's about to be affected, you know. So it's not just gonna be Dubai and Iran that's getting hit, you know. America's gonna get hit too, man. All right. So said no man's gonna dwell here, man. Only desert creatures, man. All right. This is second Ezra 15 and 7. I could read the whole chapter, but you know, I'm a little bit fatigued, so I'll keep this video, you know, somewhat short. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You don't think there's martial law right now in Dubai, man? You know? That's the spirit, because they worship heathen gods anyways. Buddha, Allah, and so forth, man. Whatever religions they in, whatever philosophies in. To some, they just love money. You know, that's like that was one of the mega debauchery cities on earth, because they built Dubai just like America, man. It looked like New York City, Las Vegas, and so forth. I believe one of the tallest buildings in the world is in Dubai, if not the tallest. You know, because Esau's habitation is high, so he's gonna, you know, mimic his American witchcraft art of buildings overseas too, man. Because really, the buildings, they're not supposed to be over 3 stories, but here does Esau got 100-story buildings and so forth. And you know what I'm saying? And if it is above, in the ancient world, if there is above 3 stories, you know, we would have a battlement, man, on the building, so you can't fall off, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it there, man. I'm getting a little tired, man. I'm gonna end it there, take a quick nap, and then, Lord willing, I'll do a follow-up lesson. Till next time, shalom.